Hi, I'm Rachel Gray. Welcome to my cooking channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make Huevos Rancheros. Years ago I went to Cancun and the hotel had Huevos Rancheros on the menu and I ate it every morning for breakfast. It was so good. I searched and searched for the right ranchero sauce recipe and this is it. Summer's coming and I'm going to have an abundance of peppers and tomatoes, and a perfect thing to use them for is this ranchero sauce. It's slightly spicy but with a perfect amount of heat. You could always add more heat if you wanted to by adding another jalapeno. Let's go over the ingredients we'll need to make the ranchero sauce. We need 4 large tomatoes. We need 3 Anaheim peppers. We need 1 jalapeno. We need 1 cup chopped onion, 1/4 cup of chicken broth, 2 cloves of garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Once we have our sauce together, in order to make Huevos Rancheros, we're going to need eggs, corn tortillas, some queso fresco, and some refried beans. I'm also going to need some butter to fry my eggs in and some oil to fry my tortillas in. The first thing I want to do is char my Anaheims. So I can do it one of 2 ways. You can either do it in the broiler on a broiling sheet and then just turn them, or if you have an open flame, you can just put them on the open flame. Sometimes I'll just take a fork and put them in like the top and then I'll just lay them down. Other times I'll just lay them right across the flames and then just turn them with tongs. And you can see them blister and crackle. Just move them a little bit so the flames get right onto them. Once they're all black, I'm going to put them in a glass bowl or a paper bag. And then I'm just going to cover that with plastic wrap. That way they sweat a little bit and then I can easily rub the char off. And in this case, black is what we're looking for. Once they have them in the bowl steaming away, I'll set these aside to cool. I just gave my tomatoes a quick rinse, and then because I make this basically in the blender, I'm just gonna give them a quick chop. Take out the ribs and the seeds because that's where the most of the heat lives in a jalapeno. And make sure to wash your hands really good and don't touch your eyes until you do. Now I'm ready for the Anaheims. So what I want to do is go ahead and pick them up, and I usually do this over the sink, but I will just take a paper towel and then just scrape the black end off. And the charred skin comes off super easy. They don't have to be perfect. So what I want to do is just go ahead and cut the tops off. Then I just want to go ahead and lay it open and expose those seeds. And I'm just going to go ahead and rinse those off. Once the seeds are gone, I'm just going to give them a rough chop. And then I'll add them to the blender with my other vegetables. I've got my tomatoes, both of my peppers, my onion and my garlic into a blender, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of ground oregano, and about 1/4 of a cup of chicken stock. And then I'm just gonna blend that up. Now that my sauce is all blended up and I don't have any more chunks, I'm gonna turn the heat on medium-high, and in a pot I'm gonna add those 2 tablespoons of oil. Then I'm gonna pour in my sauce. Once I get that hot, then I'm gonna turn the heat down to low, and I'm going to partially cover that and let it simmer for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the sauce has had an opportunity to reduce. It's going to be smooth and thick, and now is the perfect time to taste it for seasoning. Once the sauce is finished, putting Huevos Rancheros together is super easy. So I have a griddle that's nice and hot here, or you can just use a fry pan. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of oil down. And then I'm going to take corn tortilla and put it in the oil. And I could just go ahead and flip that once it gets a little crispy. I don't make it too crispy because it's not a tostada, so just a little bit of crisp on that. And then I'm going to put that on some paper towels to drain. Then I'm going to fry my egg. Now I could use my griddle to fry these eggs, but I'm going to use a pan because I want the taste of butter on my eggs. So I'm just going to put some butter down, and then I'm going to put 2 eggs down. 1, 2. And I want to give them enough space because I don't want them to be together. When I start them high, and then I just turn them down a little bit and cover them. That way I ensure a cooked white and a still runny yolk. While the eggs are cooking, I'm going to take the tortillas. Just going to spread some refried beans on my tortilla. Once my eggs are cooked, then I'm just going to go ahead and lift them and place them on top. And I like them still nice, and you can tell that that yolk is nice and runny. That's the way I like it. Then I'm going to add the beautiful ranchero sauce that I made. Just spoon it over the top. And finally, I'm just going to put a little queso fresco over the top. This cheese is super crumbly, so you just take a little section off and crumble it down. This ranchero sauce makes enough for 6 servings of Huevos Rancheros. And you can make it a day ahead and just keep it in the refrigerator and then just reheat it when you're ready to use it. It's super easy to make, and it's really delicious with those slightly crispy tortillas and refried beans with a runny egg and the beautiful ranchero sauce on top. The creamy, crumbly queso fresco is the perfect accompaniment for this. If you can't find it, you can always use feta. You're going to love this Huevos Rancheros for breakfast, and I've been known even to make it for dinner. You can find this recipe and over 200 other recipes on my blog, cookingwithrachel101.com. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Subscribing is free. And if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, hit the bell. Let me know how you like this recipe by leaving me a comment in the comments below. Thanks for watching.